Apple isn't just making a foldable iPhone. It's trying to fix the biggest problem foldables have had since day one: durability. And if these reports are accurate, the iPhone Fold might actually be tougher than Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold, the phone that practically defined this category. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. That matters more than it sounds. Foldables still carry a reputation problem. They look futuristic, they feel impressive, but a lot of people still don't fully trust them. Screens scratch too easily, hinges feel fragile over time, and everyone remembers how Samsung's first Galaxy Fold famously failed in early review units. Apple has watched all of that happen from the sidelines for years, and now it looks like it's stepping in with one clear priority: don't mess this up. Apple knows its first foldable won't just be judged as another iPhone. It'll be judged against every foldable mistake that came before it. That's why the company has reportedly been obsessing over one specific part of the phone: the inner display. Like every foldable, the iPhone Fold is expected to use ultra-thin glass. This type of glass is flexible enough to bend thousands of times, but it's also far more fragile than the glass on a normal phone. Samsung protects this glass with a built-in PET film layer. It works, but it scratches easily, sometimes even from fingernails or dust trapped in the fold. Apple's potential solution is different. Reports say Apple is evaluating transparent polyamide or PI film as an extra protective layer on top of the ultra-thin glass. PI film is more expensive, but it's also harder and more scratch-resistant. In simple terms, it should handle daily abuse better, things like grit, debris, and repeated touches in the folding area. That choice alone hints at Apple's mindset. This isn't about being first or being flashy. It's about making a foldable that doesn't feel delicate the moment you take it out of the box. Of course, using a pricier material almost guarantees one thing: the iPhone Fold won't be cheap. But Apple clearly believes durability is worth the trade-off. And the screen isn't the only area where Apple seems to be reducing risk. Another interesting rumor explains why the iPhone Fold's button layout may look unusual. Multiple reports suggest the volume buttons will move to the top right edge instead of the traditional left side. The power button, which is expected to double as Touch ID, stays on the right along with the camera control button. This isn't a design choice made for aesthetics, it's engineering. Apple's motherboard is reportedly located on the right half of the device. By keeping all the buttons on that side, Apple avoids running ribbon cables across the folding area. Fewer cables crossing the hinge means fewer parts constantly bending and fewer chances of long-term failure. That's a big deal. Foldables don't just fail because of screens, they fail because everything inside them is under stress. Cables, connectors, even tiny internal components. Every fold is a mechanical event. Apple seems determined to simplify the internals and remove as many weak points as possible. It's also telling that Apple may skip Face ID entirely on this device, not because it can't do it, but because there may not be enough space without adding complexity. Touch ID in the power button is simpler, proven, and reliability clearly matters more here than novelty. Stepping back, this all paints a clear picture. Apple isn't trying to reinvent the foldable category with wild new features. Instead, it's taking a cautious engineering-first approach. Harden the display, reduce stress on the hinge, simplify internal layouts, learn from Samsung's early failures instead of repeating them. Will the first-generation iPhone Fold be perfect? Probably not. First-gen products almost never are. But if these rumors hold up, Apple's foldable may avoid the kinds of problems that made people skeptical of foldables in the first place. And that might be the real differentiator. Being Apple's first foldable isn't enough anymore, but being the foldable that finally feels durable enough for everyday users, that's how the iPhone Fold could actually stand out in an already crowded market. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.